how to smell a lowball offer, and 4 sources of job offer negotiation, including lowball protection, as well as tools to help you achieve an above market offer. Tap like, follow the page for more tips. Let's get into it. So now I'm the recruiter. You just went through the interview process, and I'm sending you a text or an email or a DM, and I say, hey, let's hop on a call. I have some news to share regarding the result of the interview process. We get on the call, and I say, hey, overall, the team thought you were a very strong candidate. In particular, they liked A, B, and C. Jimmy really liked D. Sarah really liked F. Bill had some hesitation around G. But overall, they thought you were a really strong candidate, and they would like to give you some dollars. And ta-da, this is the lowball offer. And it was the pointing out the hesitation, in case that wasn't clear, is the smell that it's about to be a lowball offer. Plus, you can also look at the number they gave you and compare it in their range or in the market range. And if you're below the middle, it's a lowball offer. They are expecting a counter in this situation. How you counter makes all the difference. Number 1 tip, immediately on the phone, thank them for the information. This is exciting news. I'll think it over. Do not agree to anything. Do not disagree. If they ask, what do you think of, what are your initial thoughts on the offer? I'm just so overwhelmed. I just need some time to think about it, but I think this opportunity is really interesting. So you get off the phone, you take a breath, and now you think, what are your sources of leverage? And here's some examples. You might have others depending on the case. The first one is, do you have other ongoing interview processes? The second one is time. Are they in a rush to hire? Are you in a rush to get hired? If you are in a rush to get hired, bad news, you might have to actually take the lowball offer, but then you can continue interviewing for another position later on. Ideally, you're not in a rush to get a job and they are in a rush to fill, and you can use time as leverage. Third source of leverage is information they shared in the job post or in the interview process. And so you want to hold them accountable for their promises here. And in particular, if it was shared that you're strong in certain areas, go back, compare to the job description. Am I meeting or exceeding the job description? So if you can make a case that you're actually exceeding the job description, then you shouldn't be in the lower half of the range of compensation when you're exceeding the job description. So that's a potential source of leverage. Fourth, a lot of people forget about this one, is your current employer. So the assumption is if you're interviewing somewhere else, you must hate your current employer. No, that's not actually true. Maybe you love your current employer and you're just seeing if you can get a better deal somewhere else. Well, is this a better deal? You don't need to use the yes or no answer. You can set an arbitrary threshold. I actually enjoy it here. I would need it to be this much better to motivate me to leave. Not just like $1 better, like the risk and the things that I'm doing, the switching costs, I would need it to be this much better. And you can include your upcoming raise. So if you have historic data on raises at your company, or you're aware of the cost of living, the inflation rate over the past year, you can make an educated guess around your expected raise. You don't even need a competing interview. You can say, make the people who are giving you an offer compete with your current job. So you can kind of substitute in your upcoming raise for a competing offer from another company. That's the mental model here. Now, a real competing offer is going to be better, but this is a source of leverage that's much better than nothing, and a lot of people forget about it. If you found this valuable, like the video, consider sharing with a friend, following the page. If you have a question, drop it in the comments. I'll make sure to give my best answer. And if you have some tips, I'd love to hear about them. So drop a comment for that too. See you next time.